They want to be taken care of, and they think Ray could do that for them. He laughs at them on the way home, laughs at how old and sad they are. Not like me, he says, and then rests one hand on my knee. Not like you. 18. Eventually, I get out of bed and walk to the bathroom. We don't have a tub, just a shower, but I ignore it and brush my teeth, swallowing the toothpaste instead of spitting it out. I hear it can be poisonous, but I guess it's only if you're really young. I am 15 now, and I keep waiting for Ray to tire of me. I am no longer short with dimpled knees and frightened eyes. I am almost as tall as he is, and his license says he is 5'7". He likes the picture. He says no one ever takes a good driver's license picture except him. I am 15 and stretched out, but no more than 100 pounds. I can never weigh more than that. It keeps my breasts tiny, my hips narrow, my thighs the size Ray likes it. I am 15 and worn out, tired of everything. I am 15, and I figure soon he will let me go. 19. There was once another Alice before me. Ray let her go when she turned 15. He drove her all the way back to where she used to live, to where she was when she was another girl, back to her before. Her body was found in a river, floating downstream just a mile from the house she grew up in. Ray used to tell me this story a lot, pulling me close and saying, "But I'll make sure that doesn't happen to you. I'll keep you safe. All you have to do is be good. Be my little girl forever. You can do that, can't you?" I'm 15, and I figure soon Ray will kill me. I could run, but he would find me. He would take me back to 623 Daisy Lane and make everyone who lives there pay. He would make everyone there pay even if he didn't find me. I belong to him. I'm his little girl. All I have to do is be good. 20. This is my day. After I chew on some toothpaste, I go into the living room and turn on the television. Morning television is boring. All bad news and infomercials. But at 9, the talk shows start. I lie on the sofa and look at the ceiling. Sometimes in the afternoon, if the soaps aren't any good, I'll watch movies about angry, scared women who fight back, or teenage girls who suffer but then overcome. There are always shower scenes in them, shots of the women scrubbing their abuse or grief away. I don't understand this. You can't make yourself clean like that, and fresh scrubbed skin only invites attention. Ray makes me shower once a week, and I hate coming out of the bathroom. I hate knowing he's waiting for me, that he will rub his hands and himself all over me and whisper things. His hands used to make me cry, but now I'm used to them. The thing is, you can't get used to anything. You think you can't. You want to die, but you don't. You won't. You just are. Today I smell like Ray, which is normal, and a little like yesterday's wax. My head itches, and I scratch it until the underside of my fingernails are bright red. I flick the blood and dead bits of my head onto the floor, and get up to take my pills. Ray doesn't want me getting pimples or my period, and so he makes me take a pill for both every day. The one for my pimples dries out my skin, and makes the sun blotch me angry red. The one to prevent my period does just that, and although the ads on TV say it just makes your period less painful, I never get mine. I don't ask Ray why. I only got my period once, last year, and Ray got so angry he took out a knife and made me sit on a chair in the corner of the living room. He looked at me for a long, long time, and then tied me to a chair and left me there until the bleeding stopped. He wouldn't talk to me, wouldn't look at me. Food and water once a day, a trip to the bathroom each morning and night. One time I stood up and blood dripped down my leg and onto the carpet, and he threw up. And then he rubbed my face into it. When the bleeding stopped and he made me scrub myself, the chair, the carpet all around it, and then he threw the chair out and gave me the pills. "We can work this out," he said, and cradled me in his arms, my legs cramping from being curled up so I'd fit on his laps. "You're my Alice. You're my little girl. You're all I ever want." 21. Ray met the Alice before me when he was 19 and she was 8. He keeps the newspaper clippings from when the police found her body, from the funeral and afterward. Sometimes, when he reads them, he touches the picture of her in the article, black and white photo of a little lost girl, and cries. He cries and said he's sorry, so sorry, and I do forgive him. Head on my lap, breath hot on my thighs. I say yes for her. I say yes and used to figure out how many days until I was 15, while he hunched over me. Now it's here. All these days have passed, and I can't help but wonder what he's waiting for. 22. Today is a good day on the talk shows, and I sit and watch people cry and fight over who fathered their baby and why they love their cousin and how their moms dress like whores. The audience is always so excited, so happy with all the misery. Sometimes the shows will have an older woman with lost eyes and round faces who cry about being abused when they were younger. They call their Rays names and scream, and the host pats their shoulders or gives them a fast one-armed hug and says things like, "But you survived, you're strong." Then they will ask you why you didn't say anything, why you didn't tell someone, why you didn't ask for help, why you didn't leave him. Why didn't you respect yourself enough to get away? The women usually crumple, shed their flesh shells, and become quivering, living dead girls, trapped. A few will say that no one listens, that people don't want to see, and if you try something, anything, you won't suffer, but others will. The audience always boos and says you should have done something. You should have fought back. You should have known no one has that kind of power. You should have been strong. You shouldn't have been so stupid. The women nod and sniffle. They are still broken. They still agree with everything anyone wants. Even the ones who try to explain end up with their heads down, their heads in their laps. Little girl ready to say she's sorry. All our fault. Always. 23. The thing is, you can't have that kind of power, and everyone in those audiences knows it. That's why they yell. That's why they say you should have done something. They have power too. I'd like to see them with it taken away. I'd like to see what they'd do then. 24. The more boring talk shows, the ones with celebrities with shiny teeth and musicians who swear their songs are from the heart, are on next. I look out the window at the empty parking lot. Everyone who lives in Shady Pines apartment works. Everyone has a busy job, long days, and comes home tired. In the 5 years I've been here, 3 people have learned my name, and 2 of them were younger, softer versions of Ray. Eggs that hadn't yet rotted. They'd both told me I could come over to visit any time I wanted. The third was a woman. She was old, bent, and wrinkly, and walked with a cane. She said I should be in school, and asked what I was studying when I said my father taught me at home. She sometimes pooped herself and had a daughter, worried looking and angry, come and take her away 3 months after she moved in.